If someone told me I'll be able to play Delta Force this year, I would be like, you're tripping. I like, pinch me. I would be dreaming, essentially, right? Delta Force has really excited me in so many ways. You honestly can't tell yourself that this is a free-to-play shooter. Thank God this title has the budget and resources to back it in what is fulfilling for you and I. And alongside of that, there's so many interesting aspects about this game that we could talk about and discuss. And that's what I plan to do on this channel. Delta Force is going to be a staple here with Abel Green, and I plan to provide you folks both updates and personal feedback on the title as it goes through its life cycle. Again, super fan of what I played, and I think this game is very addicting in a healthy manner. And I feel like a lot of grown folks and a lot of youngins as well would really vibe with what Delta Force has going on. But I must ask you folks, what has attracted you to Delta Force? Is it the gameplay itself? Is it the theme of the title? Or is it just, heck, we don't have Battlefield right now to play? You know what I mean? What has brought you to the forefront of the Delta Force experience, and what are you most looking forward to when the game releases? Let me know down in the comment section below. So within this video here, I'll be describing 5 aspects of Delta Force that is unique in the first-person shooter space right now. Again, in my opinion, Delta Force is a game changer in a title that you should not ignore. Not only because I said so, but I honestly feel like Delta Force is a solid product, and I feel like it's going to give us hours upon hours of fun. So with that said, I'm going to hop into these details here. But before we do, if you truly enjoy this video and like helping a brother out, make sure you hit that like button. And also, if you care to stay up to date on all the news and updates for Delta Force, consider subscribing today. So coming in at number 1, large open maps with realistic ballistics. Okay, now that sounds kind of crazy to say, actually. Oh, okay. But anyway, Delta Force just wowed me with Havoc Warfare. I'm a Battlefield guy. I love playing Rush. I could play Rush forever, right? And to have that mode embedded in the Delta Force experience and how they execute it with having their large-scale warfare, and at times, honestly, the maps just look so grand and large, and then you have other instances where you're in tight and intense battles. The dynamics is just amazing, and with the ballistics that they have and how the weapons feel themselves is just something that's very remarkable. And I feel personally a lot of first-person shooters have not been able to replicate in quite some time. The feeling of Delta Force just, again, gives me Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 vibes in the worst way. Now, we know Battlefield is trying to rekindle that light down the road, right? Within the next Battlefield, we'll see if they do it. But right now, in 2024, all eyes are on Delta Force for all the right reasons. Delta Force games have been known for their expansive outdoor environments. Unlike many first-person shooter games with tight, corridor-like levels, Delta Force focuses on open landscape. This offers players a unique sense of scale, where long-range combat and tactical positioning are crucial. The realistic ballistic system includes bullet drop, windage, and also a layer of authenticity that is rare in many first-person shooters. As I just read there, guys, this game is just so unique to itself. It's doing Battlefield, but with a twist, and really providing engagement in all the right places. So going back to what I just broke down here, you have large-scale warfare, but also, again, I like to highlight, you have small engagements as well. The maps really vary. However, you have to keep in mind, it's always on a large scale. So you could find yourself in intricate battles that feel tight, and you could find yourself in some big battles that feel very large and over your head. You know what I mean? And that's the dynamic of Delta Force that I really enjoy. And again, overall, the ballistic system is just amazing on that front. What they have done with tuning the weapons and just making everything feel somewhat authentic in a arcadey military shooter. Pretty impressive. Coming in at number 2, the emphasis on tactical gameplay. Now, you're looking at Delta Force and you might be like, I get the military theme. I see what's going on here. I'm not blind. But tactical, Abel, elaborate. How? So Tactical in the sense of what you have to accomplish to achieve an objective, right? I love playing objectives. I always have been in the front line with my guys, always trying to capture points, defend points, and get frags when needed, right? To swing the tide of battle. Within Delta Force, it's the same premise taken from Battlefield, right? In Battlefield's heyday, you really felt the emphasis on playing the objective, right? You didn't really feel like you were just getting kills for no reason and things. Battlefield was magical, epic at making you feel like your frags counted and the objective counted as well. And Delta Force does that very magnificently here, but you have to manage where you are at all times and what scenarios you are currently in. So for instance, if you play a particular portion of the map incorrectly, you're going to feel left out. You're going to feel lost and you're going to feel down at times, because if the opposition really has the upper hand, they're going to make you feel it, man. They're going to make you feel it. So being thoughtful, being tactical, and assessing what's going on at all times is something that's very, very important. Delta Force places heavy emphasis on tactical, slow-paced gameplay. Players need to carefully plan their movements, use cover effectively, and work together as a team. This contrasts with many other first-person shooter games that prioritize fast-paced run-and-gun action. Call of Duty. Anyone? The need to coordinate with teammates and outthink opponents makes for a more strategic experience. And hands down, Delta Force gives you that all the way. And honestly, some people might see the antics with the abilities and things like that. I'm not really a fan of abilities in this type of shooter, but it works for Delta Force, and I don't mind it, which is crazy. And you might look at the theme and you might be like, this looks like it could be fast-paced. Honestly, Delta Force is pretty slow. It's pretty slow. And for our older guys such as myself that loves these experiences, love being immersed in these experiences here, this is a huge plus in my opinion. And Delta Force nails it on every front. So tactical, thought-provoking, punishing, it's all here in Delta Force. Coming in at number 3, player accessibility. What title allows you to connect on mobile, PC, console, and just have the Delta Force experience essentially everywhere? Not many games does this. Delta Force is not only a free-to-play game, which blows my mind, completely blows my mind, but it's one that connects people as well. We will soon see how they go about the connection phase in February. If you guys have not checked out my video on Delta Force breaking that information down, I'll have it linked down in the description so you can check it out. But they're doing so many things right, and they're trying to keep the communities together, and just having an experience across all those platforms that should in tandem work together and not really be too far off from one another is a heck of a feat, but one that I really commend, because you're really going out there to make sure that your game and product have a healthy life cycle and that players always have something to come back to, right? Not only are we getting a single player experience, the multiplayer is going to be through the roof for this title, and a lot of console folks and other people are going to really enjoy this title as well. So on that front alone, player accessibility across all platforms is a huge fucking deal, man. So number 4, AI with a focus on squad dynamics. Now, if you are a fan of titles that allow you to control a squad and make tactical decisions in single player fashion, right? You're really going to enjoy what Delta Force has to offer. Delta Force games incorporate AI-controlled squad mates where players can issue commands and work in tandem with the AI to achieve objectives. This adds to the layer of team coordination even in single-player modes where tactics like flanking, providing cover, and synchronized assaults become essential. Now, with that said, in 2024, if you want to get your commander on and be that squad leader for your AI comrades, you can within the campaign, right? I don't know what it is looking like in other modes. I heard that there was going to be other ways to control AI as well in different game modes, but I've yet to see that. But I know in the single player, oh baby, that's going to be something that's going to be a given day one. We're definitely going to be having that aspect. But this has been in other shooters as well. I don't want you to think that this is unique to Delta Force, but this is part of the Delta Force brand. This is part of their legacy. And I think they're keeping that intact here and very prevalent in 2024, which is super dope. You got to respect that all the way. Coming in at number 5, offline and online multiplayer focus. Now, in the campaign, you could command a team. In multiplayer, you could command a team. It's pretty dope because if you're playing alongside comrades online, you could command and push and just plan out tactics and ping objectives and important key points of interest. And offline, you could do that as well in the campaign. Delta Force has always centers itself around the team-oriented experiences, and they have been crushing it since forever. Now, this is the first time that I'm ever really hopping into a proper Delta Force title, right? And I'm really glad it's this one. Now, with that said, what's being brought to the table far as an experience is a unique one and something that I'm really down with. Delta Force was one of the earlier first-person shooter games to focus on large-scale online multiplayer matches. Its multiplayer modes often featured large teams, emphasizing teamwork and long-range engagements, which is different from other games that focused on smaller, more chaotic skirmishes. The ability to experience both solo campaigns and expansive multiplayer battles provides versatile gameplay. And that statement is so true because you could literally do anything in this game, right? In the sense of having like a close, intimate type engagements, and then you could have more large scale, more grander, more things that require a leader or a commander. And it's more on the leader commander side with the scale of things. But again, you could have those skirmishes sometimes that are tight in close quarters as well. Just the way the maps and things are designed, anything is possible here. They always like to lean towards the large scale and talk everything grandiose and super big, as they should in marketing. But you do have those instances where you have small, intimate battles here and there, and I respect that dynamic of gameplay, and I really appreciate that because nothing feels stale in Delta Force. Everything feels fresh, new, and urgent, and I honestly have come to appreciate that aspect of the game. And if you guys did not check out my last video, Gears of War being a flop, could it be? Could it be so? It might just be. If you're interested in checking out that video, be sure to click here, and I'll be sure to see you there.